You might even say our next corollary follows from our last one. So in this corollary, it says, hey, there can be at most one right or obtuse angle. So if I have a right triangle and one of the angles is right, I know the other two angles have to add to 90. What happens if I try to make this angle 90? I'd have a 0-degree angle one time. You can't have a 0-degree angle in a triangle because that would be a straight line. And if you made it even bigger, it would make it negative. So there can only be one of them. Now, if I take a look at my next example, we were supposed to find the measure of angle BCD. So I'm looking for this angle here. And notice, first thing I know is angle D is a right angle because I know angle BDE is a right angle. So that tells me my two x's, x plus 8 plus 2x minus 2, they are going to add to 90. Not 180, because we're only doing two angles. The third angle is 90. So we get 3x plus 6 equals 90. Well, then if I do a little algebra here, minus 6 from both sides, and we get 3x equals 84. Divide by 3, and 84 divided by 3 is 28. And then I want to find the measure of angle BCD, so that's 2x minus 2. So I'll say 2 times 28 minus 2, which is 56 minus 2, which is 54 degrees. That's one of my angles. Now my other angle, BAF, so if I look at B to A to F, I want to find the measure of that angle. And once again, notice angle B is a 90-degree angle. So I'm going to say my two other angles, 5/4 y minus 45 plus y, well, that equals to 90. Because once again, my two acute angles have to add to 90 degrees in a right angle. I don't like fractions, so I'm going to get rid of my fraction. I'm going to clear my fractions out. Multiply every term by 4. When I say every term by 4, I mean multiply everything separated by a plus sign, a minus sign, or an equal sign. Notice the reason I multiply by 4 is to get rid of my fraction, so I get 5. Forgot my y there, didn't I? 5y. Minus 45 times 4 is 180. Plus 4y. And 90 times 4 is 360. Well, then I can combine my like terms. 5y plus 4y, well, that'll give me 9y. Minus 180 equals 360. And then we're going to end up adding 180 to both sides. So 9y equals 540. The bad thing, well, getting rid of the fractions, I end up with some bigger numbers, don't I? Divide by 9. Y is 60. And then to find the measure of angle A, I'm going to take 5/4 times 60 minus 45. Well, that works out nice because 4 goes into 60 15 times. 5 times 15 is 75 minus 45 gives me 30. Notice it might have been easier, instead of doing all that substitution since I had a fraction, I had y as 60, didn't I? 90 minus 60 gives me 30. That would have been a lot simpler to do than the way we just did it here. Measure of angle BAF.